Well, hello, Facebook. Hello, YouTube. This is the book spot. This is the spot where people get together to talk about books. Well, welcome back to the book spot, folks. Got an exciting show for you tonight. I want to talk about writing down that idea. Writing down that idea. What is on your mind? What's important? What are you thinking about that you would like to savor? What you would like to hold on to? So you have to write it down. If it's popping in your head, if you're thinking about it a lot, if it's a time in your life, if it's a certain person, if it's a certain experience, a certain thing you were involved in, and it's just really, really important to you, you got to start writing it down. You got to start putting it on a paper, putting it on a pad, get yourself a notebook, and just capture it. And that's how a book gets started. That's how a book gets started. It gets started by you uh, realizing that this is important, that this is something that you want to hold on to, you want to have it as a memory, you want to be able to save it, you want to be able to share it. And all of those reasons are good reasons to write a book. And when I look back at my life, I look back at times that were really important to me and things that I wanted to capture. And you get yourself a pad, you get yourself a book, and you get something to write it down. We have all this technology now. You can even use your phone, you can record it, you can get it transcribed later, but just make sure you can always retrieve it. Make sure you can always get your hands back on it and be able to turn it into a written form, something tangible. And so tonight, I just want to share with you the importance of writing it down because as we get older, we really can't hold on to a lot of things. There's a lot of things going on in our life. I mean, we're just busy people. We got work, we got school, we got family. We just got so many things going on as an adult that it's hard to really hold on to the ideas and memories. And so, if you're willing to write it down and record it and save it is there. And then you can always sort of add to it. You can always build upon it. And that's the beginning of getting a book written. That's the beginning. Just taking what's in your mind, the idea, the thought that comes to you, and just record it. Put it down in your little notepad. Uh, Keep your little notepad somewhere private so you don't lose it. You can even type up what you've been writing down and save it in some type of file. And what I like to give you as a tip, email it to yourself so you never lose the file. It's always, saved in some type of email form. And as you are continuing to build upon it, folks, um, it is a memory. It is a tangible form of a particular thing that was very important to you. And before you know it, you have enough material that you can turn it into a memoir, you can turn it into a fiction story, a love story, a horror story, a self-help book. I mean, so many things you can do if you start to record it, if you start to write down that idea, that thought that came to your mind. And so I want you to know that the book spot is here. It is a place to inspire you and to encourage you to get your book written. And it comes a little bit at a time, little steps at a time will get you there. And sometimes people say, oh, it's so hard to write a book. Well, it starts with words, and then words become sentences, and sentences become paragraphs, and paragraphs become pages, and then pages become chapters, and then chapters become a book. It's just like that. It's just like that. one step at a time, one process after another. And before you know it, you will have a book written, folks. And I encourage you who is going to watch this video to make it happen, to not live with regrets, not look back and say, oh, shoulda, coulda, woulda. You know, there was this guy, he was always talking about book writing, and he had this show called The Book Spot, and he was always trying to tell people about getting their book written. And I just don't want you to waste time. I don't want you to lose out on precious time. I don't want you to get to a place where you just feel like you can't go back, you can't retrieve it, you just can't make it happen. So now is the time. Now is the time to make those things happen, bring those dreams to fruition, bring them to pass, make it happen, And so, why not, right? I think you will be so fulfilled. It's an incredible fulfillment and joy to have written a book, to have made your thoughts, your ideas come to life. And that's what happens with writing a book. Your thoughts, your ideas come to life. And they're buried right now. They're hidden. They're in the secret place. But when you start to write them down, when you start to record them, when you start to bring them into a tangible form, you bring them to life, and you will be amazed just how you will bless yourself first. Your book is for you first. You will feel your own fulfillment. And then there are other people who are going to be blessed and enriched from what you've written too. Can you imagine that? Like that you have now been a blessing to someone else. You made someone else happy. You made someone else feel good because of your writing, because you took the courage. You stepped out there. You took the initiative. You pressed on. You didn't settle. You didn't, procrastinate. You wasn't fearful. You just got out there and you made it happen. And it's an amazing task. It's an amazing accomplishment. And I just want to encourage you who do watch the Book Spot, who do check out this video. It's also on the YouTube channel, the Book Spot 1926. You could pass it on to friends because people want to write books. People want to get their stories told. And I just came by this evening just to say to you, it just takes a pen, a pencil, a tape recording to just get it out of you. A book will never come to pass if you are not willing to get it out of you, get it out of your mind, get it out of your thought, take it from an idea into a reality. And so I encourage you to write that book, to tell that story about when you grew up, about when you went to camp, or when you had your first job, or your college experience, or your first love, whatever it is. I'm sure it's a beautiful story. I'm sure it's worth capturing. I'm sure it's first and foremost will give you fulfillment, right? It has to first fulfill something in you. It has to bless you first before it could bless anyone else. And the Book Spot is here as a place to just kind of encourage writers, people who are on the fence, people who want to do it, but they're a little apprehensive. The water is kind of cold. It may be a little deep, but I say step out there anyway and just make it happen. I say step out there and just make it happen. Okay. And if you are watching and you're on live, you got a question, you got a comment, do type that in because I am here to help you, to answer your questions, to try to guide you in a way that can help you fulfill your dream, what is on the inside of you to fulfill. Okay. So do type in something, do comment if you're out there. while I'm live, while I am live, I'll be happy to kind of give my opinion, my thought about it. Okay. So that's the book spot. That's what we do here. I want to go to a short commercial while you think about that. This book is available on Amazon. Just got released January 17th. Okay. Not even a month. And already it's doing what I wanted it to do. I wanted it to impact the lives of people. I wanted people to be changed. I wanted them to be able to think. I wanted to give them something to think about. Like, should I be doing this? Should I be treating this person this way? Should I be holding bitterness? All of that is what I speak about, and I want people to know. Hey, so I'm back there. Just a little short commercial there. I'm gonna throw that in there for you. Uh, we're talking tonight about writing down your ideas, writing down your thoughts, and bringing them to pass, folks. It's an important thing. It's an important accomplishment to take on, and I encourage you to do it. I encourage you to get past the fear. We're just a few months into the new year, and it's not too late. It's not too late to get started. It's not too late to get pumped up. It's not too late to make it happen. It's not too late to step out there. Get your pen, get your pad, start writing it down, start writing your ideas down. They might not even make sense. It may be all over the place. Don't worry about that. Don't worry if it doesn't make sense. Don't worry about, well, who's going to read it. You have to read it. You have to be the first person to read it. So don't get into that. Don't get all caught up. Don't let fear overtake you. Don't let it say, who is you? You can't do it. You know, if it ain't the best of the best, then don't do it at all. Well, who said it had to be the best of the best? It just has to be you. It has to be you being free to express yourself, to get it onto a tangible form. And who will ever know how great it is until it takes place, right? You never know how far you can go with your writing until you actually start writing, right? You never really know the doors that are going to be open, the people that are going to be blessed, people that are going to connect with you until you make it happen. You could woulda, shoulda, coulda all the days of your life, but until you make it happen, you're never going to know, right? You're never going to know who is going to reach out to you, who's going to connect, who's going to say, hey, I read your book, I saw that, I like that. You're not going to know. And so I just encourage you to step out, make it happen. Let's do it. First of all, for you, and then for all the other people who are going to be blessed as a result. And let me see here what we got going on. Not too much activity going on tonight, but that's okay. That's okay. I love doing the book spot. I love doing it. It gives me an opportunity to give back. It gives me an opportunity to share. It helps me to get past my own fears, right? As an author, it gets me past uh, what will people say? Will they like it? Will they write a review about it? And I know some of you have purchased my recent book, All Those Bottles, and I do encourage you to write a review, let others know what you got out of the book, so they might be also willing to purchase a copy and check that out. But it's real. It's real. Fear is real, but you have to overcome your fear. You have to step out there and be courageous, and that is knowing that you are afraid, but still doing it anyway. It's courageous. It's been courageous, and I encourage you to do that. I encourage you to write it down. I encourage you to get the idea out of you, put it onto a pad, put it onto a recording, get it transcribed, email it back to yourself, so you can always have it saved. Never have to worry about a computer crash, all that kind of stuff. And that's what I want to talk about tonight. That's what I've been talking about tonight. And that's what I hope has encouraged you tonight on the book spot. I'm here every first and third Monday at 7:30, talking with you, the writer, talking with you, trying to let you know you can do it. This is the spot where people get their books written. Thank you for tuning in, folks.